In this video, my business partner Pat Hayes is going to interview the #1 agent in the entire state of Louisiana. His name is Darren James, and he sold over 500 homes in 2019 alone. So if you're a new real estate agent and you're really looking to level up your business and start selling more real estate, he's got some golden nuggets for you. And if you're an experienced agent and you're really looking to take your business to the next level to get over 100 home sales a year, he's got a plan of action for you too. So stay tuned. Welcome to the channel. My name is Ian Flanagan, and I've been in real estate for over 15 years, buying, renovating, and reselling houses. And I've also built a team of over 500 real estate agents all across the United States and Canada. And our mission and passion is to help them grow and scale their business, leveraging technology and building wealth with their real estate license. So consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to learn more about how to grow and scale your business. I am so excited for you to see this interview with Darren James. He is such an amazing person and loves to give back to the agent community. He is a man that is dedicated to making the business better by educating and sharing his story of how he's selling over 500 homes a year. So without further ado, let's dive right into it.
He's a multi-million dollar producer since 2001, president of the Livingston Board of Realtors, 2009, top producer of Keller Williams, Premier Partners, 2008, 2009, and 2010. Realtor of the Year for KWPP 2008-2009, Listing Agent of the Year KWPP 2008, 2009, and 2010, Selling Agent of the Year KWPP 2008, 2009, 2010, owner of Darren James Real Estate Experts from 2011 till the end of 2016 whenever he joined eXp Realty. Ranked on the Wall Street Journal list of the top 1,000 realtors in America for 2011 through 2019. Wow, unbelievable. Listed on the Inc. 5000 for the fastest growing companies in America for 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016 based on revenue and profitability. #1 realtor in the state of Louisiana for eXp Realty 2016 and 2017, the #1 team in the state of Louisiana for eXp Realty 2016 and 2017. So it's my pleasure to announce and have as our special guest today, Mr. Darren James. Darren, buddy, how are you? Can you hear us? Can you see us? Hey, good morning. Good morning.
I'm excited to be here, brother. I am excited. Thank you for having me on here, man. This is awesome.
Hey, man. Well, I thank you for for being on here, and thanks for your time, man. I know you're a crazy busy guy. You're out there selling real estate. You know, you're not even in front of your computer. You're on your phone right now. Tell us your story. I know your story, but a lot of other agents don't know your story. How did you get into real estate? What made you get into real estate?
So basically, I had a previous career, worked in law enforcement for about 10 years, and I took a position in investigations. And when I did, I'm thinking I was getting a promotion. I actually lost $500 a month in my income. And I had to find a way, to make ends meet. So I ended up working 2 jobs in real estate. This is when Palm Pilot organizers were around. And so I took a job. I started adapting to technology at that point. Took a job at a local Office Max supply store, to give seminars on Palm Pilots. And then that wasn't enough to supplement my income. So I immediately took a job at a local sporting goods store working Saturdays and Sundays. And so I'm working 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday with in law enforcement. I drive my police unit home, get in my personal car, go back and do 6 till almost 11 o'clock at night, giving Palm Pilot seminars and stocking shelves, and basically on Saturdays and Sundays working in a fishing department at a local sporting goods store. And so I did that for about 7 months, and I was basically done. And I walked into my spare bathroom at my home, and I was finished, man. I was tired. I was in tears. I was crying. I said, Lord, life is not supposed to be this hard. It's not supposed to be this hard. I'm not scared to work. I just need a path. I need a path. I need you to show me something to where I could get some worth. My wife was at home. She was a stay-at-home mom, had a newborn baby at the house. My daughter was born. And so, I knew at that point, if it was me, it was up to me to do it. And I gave it all to the man upstairs. And I said, Lord, just show me some sign or something. So I got off my knees that day and I went to my full bathroom in the master bedroom. And on the back of my toilet was a magazine. I think it was a Success magazine. It was some type of motivational magazine. And it said, real estate, get your fair share in Arizona or something or another. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to move to Arizona, but maybe I should try real estate, right? So I picked up the phone and called a local mom and pop shop here locally in town. I said, look, I don't know much about real estate. Don't know the first thing about it. I said, I hear it's a pretty decent career, but I'm working 3 jobs. You know, what does your average part-time realtor make on a part-time basis? And she told me, she said, you know, you get out of it what you put into it, the sky's the limit, but we don't hire part-time agents in our office. And the reason why I had to start out part-time is because I was already working 3 jobs, had a baby at the house and all this kind of stuff. And so I had to figure out, you know, am I going to make it? And so I jumped into the business, and she said, we don't hire part-time agent in our office. I said, okay, where do I need to go? So she said, get out the phone book. So I got out the phone book and I'm thumbing through the phone book, and I come to the C's, and I started out at Coldwell Banker, and that's where I made my start. I went and met with the owner over there. I said, look, I don't know anything about this real estate deal. I said, but I do know that most agents get paid 6% when they sell something. I said, you know, and if I help a buyer buy that, I said, that's 3%, right? I said, what's your average sales price? And he said, it's $100,000 in our market here. I said, fantastic. I'm trying to supplement $500 a month. I said, if I sell 2 houses, that's $6,000 divided by 12. There's my $500 a month. I can sell 2 houses my first year in business. Well, my first year in business, I sold 10. And at that point, I fell in love with the business. And I realized at that point that anybody can do this. If Darren can do it, anybody can do it, because I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. I'll tell you that. And so the thing is that, you know, those on this call, don't think, you know, if you're just starting out in real estate, if you've got an unbelievable thriving career, anybody can do this business. It's about systems and it's about duplication. That's what it's about in your business. And so I started looking at what the full-time agents were doing, and the average agent at the time was selling about 8 to 12 houses a year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I did 10 part-time. What if I focused on this? Because I know that what you focus on expands. If you focus on success, if you focus on growing, if you focus on systems, it's going to expand, and it's going to give you the best opportunity to be a success and make a difference in people's lives. So that's what I started doing. The first system that I put together in my business was something called a raving fan club. Anybody that bought or sold a home with me, I basically had a storage building, and I had a pressure washer in that storage building. I had extension ladders. I had tables and chairs. So one of the things we do here in Louisiana, we do something called crawfish balls, and we ball crawfish around the tables and all that type of stuff. And so I would have tables and chairs all with my logo on it and all that. I had a bouncy house where people would have birthday parties. My dad would go set up the spacewalk over in their yard, and it was compliments of Darren James and thank you so much. And it was branded. It looked like my vehicle that was wrapped and all that kind of stuff. And it just worked out. I just really built a system in my business. Notary services. I partnered up with my title company. So any of my clients that needed to get something notarized or whatever, they could utilize my title company services, and they didn't get charged for that. So I utilized my vendors as well. Before the teams really ever started to become like, 50, 20, 20, 30, 40, 50 members, my first team was my home inspector, my lender, my title company, all of these individuals that I'm working with on a daily basis to give unbelievable service to these clients. And I realized also early on that anybody can give customer service. But how do you change that service and give a customer experience? And that's what makes the difference. That's the difference between going from good to great and going from great to mastery, is the experience part of it. And that's how I grew my business. So 6 years into this, I did it part-time. 6 years, I'm selling 52 houses on a part-time basis with state police. April 28th, 2006, I walked out the door. And that was my last day at state police. In May 1st, 2006, I opened up 2 Coldwell Banker offices to manage those 2 offices. Grew them to over $20 million in revenue basically in a year and a half. The market crashed in 2008. We had 9 offices opened up in my area. The owner came to me and said, Darren, he said, I love what you do. We're closing down several of the offices. We want you to come to our main office and be my assistant. I said, well, that sounds great. He said, but there's a caveat. You can't sell houses anymore. I'm like, what? He said, you can't sell houses anymore. I said, well, I love what I do too much. I said, I can't give that up. And so I ended up moving my license to Keller Williams in 2008. I was their top producer 2008, 2009, 2010. While I was there, I wrote an e-course called Raising the Bar, the Next Generation Realtor, where I traveled around the United States teaching other agents how to use technology to improve their customer service and their efficiency through iPhones and technology. And then April 2011, I opened up my own real estate company. And in 2016, we merged with EXP. And that has been the freaking best decision of my life.
Yes. Love it, man. Love it. Wow. I love your passion. I love your energy, man.
That's my story, man.
You're always like it. I love it, man. I love it. And I love, I've heard your story over and over, and it's so good to always hear it again, man. I just, truly, changing lives, man. And, I know you're uber successful. And so, agents come to me, after the calls, like, oh my gosh, how did that person do that? What is the first, what's the first step to, be a successful agent, to be able to sell, 500 homes a year? I know it's not, your first year, not your second year, not your third year, it's going to take, a few years to get your book of business up. And so, how did you sell over 500 homes alone last year in 2019? Tell us.
Well, the thing is that there's two parts to a business, right? There's the internal workings of the business, in which you have to manage those, but there's also the generation of the business in which you got to get the business, right? And that's the whole part. So the first part is you got to have the business to be able to manage it. And so I'm always lead generation, and I'm always that's the business I'm in. I'm in the business of lead generation every single day. And when I first got started in this business, I would go and I would give out 25 business cards every single day to people I did not know, because you hear this old cliche, well, it's all in who you know that makes you successful. That's not true. It's who you know that knows what you do that makes you successful. And that's exactly why, look at this. I'll show you this and share this with you guys. Watch. That's why I drive around, right, in a Range Rover with my freaking picture on it, because, the picture's not the best in the world, right? Not that big old ugly face, but you got to let people know what you do, right? And so that's what I drive. That's what I drive around in every single day. Is that people laugh at me, as far as that goes, because when I first got into it, because I had a wrapped vehicle, and I've always driven marked vehicles, whether it was a police unit that had markings all over it or a personal vehicle that had markings all over it. But the fact of the matter is, in today's world, you cannot be a secret agent. You have to let every person know what you do. When they need your services, they know who to call. And so that's what I do. I blanket myself everywhere. I don't like to go, 2-3 miles traveling without seeing something with Darren James on it. Right now, I got 66 billboards in the city. I got a wrapped vehicle, multiple ones. I got a trailer that people can use to buy or sell with me. They can use it to move for free. And I got radio ads. I got television stuff. And so it's all about growing that. So if you're starting out new in the business, you need to start small and work that database first. That's the key in the process. And the best database to use is the one that you're going to use. There's not one that's superior than others or whatever. They all do the same thing. They're a customer relationship management tool to manage your customers and to make contact. And that is the key. This is a contact sport. And whenever you stop making contact, that's when your business will drop off.
Hey, real quick, if you're getting value out of this video, be sure to tap that like button so this video will be amplified and others can find it as well. Now back to the interview.
What are 2 or 3, key takeaways, that you did to be successful your first year?
So there's something that if they want to message me, they can do it directly through Workplace if they want to, but I'm happy to share this with them. There's something called Business Base. And in Business Base, it's basically a system that I give to all my team members when they first come on with me. And it basically helps them remember people who they need to make contact with, because you forget people as you go through life. You get busy. Oh man, I wonder what Pat's doing today. Oh, I forgot I hadn't talked to Pat in years. Right. So it really helps you remember who you need to contact, who to cut your hair, your kids, if you have children, who are their bus drivers, who are their coaches in sports, all this type of stuff. And it basically, who does your dry cleaning. So everybody that needs to know what you do. So you need to take that business base and put that get 100 people that you put into your database. The statistics show that 1 out of every 3 people that will buy, sell, invest, or relocate in the next year. Yep. So if you got 100 people, that's going to generate anywhere between, on average, 20 to 30 sales for you over a year's time period. Exponential marketing. If you market to those 100 people, 100 times 100 is 10,000. So you're really effectively, potentially marketing to 10,000 people. And so you really have to grow that. And so that would be the first step that I do. Take that business base, put it in your CRM, whether it's KV Core or whatever you're using, the one that you're going to feed every day. A CRM is just like a crop. You have to water it, you have to feed it for it to grow. And that's the biggest advice I can give you being new in the business. So build that database. Second thing you need to do, there's the EXP has something, a tool called Express Offers. And it is the best listing tool out there. If you control the listings in this world, you control the market. If you control the listings, you control the market. So focus on those listings. There's no better listing tool than that Express Offers. You're providing a service for that seller. Go get your certification. You're providing your service for that seller to really say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I know you want to sell your home. This is an option that we very well may have somebody who can give you a cash offer on your home. If it doesn't work out, this is what you're going to net based on its convenience versus cash, right? Convenience versus an average time. I'm sorry. And so whenever you go for that deal, you got a potential investor that's going to buy and hold, or you got one that's going to fix and flip. You got an option there, or they can go take the traditional route and do it that way. So focus on the listings as well. The buy side of it, your database is going to feed you on the buy side, because if they got to list a house or they're going to want to try to buy a house, chances are they very well may have a house they got to sell before they can buy the new one. So that's going to open up listing opportunities for you there as well. So many different ways, but the first step in the whole process is that database. Your database is your business. Feed it, grow it, nurture it every day, and you'll be okay in this business.
Love it, man. Love it. No, that's awesome, man. And so, I know, so speaking of Express Offers, I believe, corporate has asked you to kind of be a mentor, be a leader for Express Offers. I've heard you at the leadership events, talk about Express Offers. And so, what is your role with Express Offers? What is some of your success stories? Have you had, major success with the program there in your market?
Well, it hadn't launched in Louisiana. It's actually launching in a week in our market here. Okay. So I'm seeing what other success stories across the United States of what's going on. Right now, we're in 34 states. We're looking to be in all 50 states by the end of this year. My role with that is to really grow it, to really show others. Glenn and Jason have a vision of no agent left behind. They really, really invest in their agents. And that's what I love so much about this company, is that their passion for investing into the agents and to really growing this through technology and growing it through the agents. And that's the beauty of this. And so, when they came to me and said, Darren, look, this is the Express Offers deal, help us promote it and move forward with it. I'm all about that, man, because I see the opportunity that it can give agents to get to a life that they didn't think was possible. You control the listings, you control the market, and there's no better opportunity out there than this Express Offers program for new agents coming in or for seasoned agents to just open up the door to get your foot in the door with those sellers, man. It's an unbelievable opportunity. And so my role there is to really grow that end of it. And then on top of that, I do a business planning assessment clinic for agents. And it's basically coaching with me directly. Anybody that's an Express Offers certified person, I will coach them and do a business planning clinic, assess their business for them, find out what they're using in their business, and really just be a sounding board to help them grow their business. No cost there. I don't ever charge for it. Never will I charge for it. I just want to see we're all shareholders in this business and that we can all grow together. And that's the main thing about it. I want to help people succeed, and I want to help people grow their businesses and have a life that they never thought was possible. Because you see, there's many pillars of life, right? There's many pillars of success. There's spiritual goals, financial goals, business goals, personal goals, all that. Once those goals are together, and once those goals are in complete sync with one another, that's when you have balance in your world. That's when you have balance in your life. And there's nothing like being balanced. And so I like to talk to people, find out what they're doing now, find out a solution to help them improve, and give them some sense of balance in their life. And that's the reason why I took this deal. And that's the reason why I'm helping it grow. And I'm so passionate about it, because I see the changes that it's making for people across the United States.
Love it, man. Love it. That's awesome. Well, Darren, I've got 2 more questions for you. Then we'll open it up to the audience here. And so you sold 500 houses last year in 2019. What is your goal? What are you going to hit this year for 2020? I'm just curious. How many homes is Darren James going to sell?
Well, the thing is I've really focused on this Express Offers deal. So I've stepped out of the business a whole lot, giving it to my team members. So my numbers are probably going to go down, obviously, but because of that, but I have a different focus and a different purpose. December 24th every year, I write down my goals, and I've been doing that ever since I graduated high school. And one of my goals for last year that I wrote down was growing people. I'm in the growing people business, and that's what I want to do. I want to see people. The Lord has blessed me every day that I'm able to wake up and change the lives of many people and do what I love every single day. And so I want to see other people be able to share in that, because there's nothing better than that joy to be able, number one, to spread his word, but also to be able to change the lives of so many other people. And so that's what I'm about. And that's where my focus really shifted, is that I want to see, as far as my numbers go, stepping out of the business, because I really want to grow other people. I want to help them grow their businesses. And so that's what makes Darren James tick. That's what makes me really, grow. And I just, there's no better success to be able to be part of somebody. They sold one house a year, to help them step up and get that to 2, and then 4, and then 8, and then 16, and 32, and then just exponentially blow up. And I'm part of that, man. And there's no better feeling than that, dude. That is oh my God, that's the best feeling in the world,
That's awesome, man. Love it, man. Love it. My last question here. And so, of course, we've all joined EXP for one reason or another. Why did you join EXP Realty? I'm just kind of curious. Let the audience know. We got 34 EXP agents on. What was your reason? Why did Darren James join EXP?
Well, man, I analyzed it for 6 months before I made that move, right? Because I was branded in the community as Darren James Real Estate Experts, and I wanted something different. I wanted something progressive, because I was always big in technology. Even when I was doing the deal with raising the bar, the course that I wrote to, for iPhones and iPads and all that, teaching other agents. And so I was big in technology. So I was looking for a technology company, to really do that. As an independent broker, I couldn't offer everything that EXP was offering to the agents. I looked at giving my agents, ownership in the company. That was not feasible. I was looking at giving them health insurance. That was not feasible. I was just looking at giving them all this different stuff. And thank the man upstairs that he put EXP in my path when he did, because it's been that much of a changer for my life. I was paying out so much money in, expense with a physical office building, admin staff up front, alarm systems, all this stuff that, especially now with the pandemic, you realize, hey, look, we don't need that to work. We're working just fine in our virtual world. And that's, when I started looking at EXP, it was just, they had so much to offer that I couldn't give by myself. They gave ownership in the company, everybody's shareholder. They gave a virtual world where you can work. You got the best commission splits out there. Man, I can write a novel about all the benefits to it, because it's that good. And it was really irresponsible for me to not even consider it, because I'm like, how can you pass this up, Darren? Right. And it was hard. It was hard because my ego, right? My ego of what this baby that I built with this Darren James Real Estate Experts, who really cares, man? How many lives can you change on a national platform to really just help you grow? And that's what it was about for me, is changing people's lives back then. Now, I just want everybody to have a life they didn't think was possible. And that's what I love. And EXP's made that possible for a whole lot of people, including myself. And so